Everyone knows that Amazon is one of the largest names for online shopping. I am constantly checking Amazon for new remit boxes. According to a little online research, last year Amazon had over 49% of online sales in the US. So of course we have to make those iconic Amazon boxes in miniature. Well, a box inspired by the Amazon box. We like to call the Amafrog box. This is a new printable available on our blog, myfroggystuff.blogspot.com. When you pull up the blog, just click on the tab How to Print Printables. On this page, there are instructions on how to print the printables. If you just scroll down, you come to all of our different albums. Choose the one that says Tech Stuff because Amazon's a website, so I figured to go in there. I might also put it in Fun and Games and possibly Trending Stuff. Once you click on the album, just click on the picture. Click on the 3 little dots in the corner, download, then print according to your printer settings. I printed off quite a few because this is a great weekend project. It's simple and a fun detail for our miniature world. We will also need recycled paperboard, a glue stick, and scissors. Start by carefully cutting out the printable. I'm gonna make the large box first. It's really not that large, it's like 1 inch by 2 inches. Just take your time. Make sure your lines are nice and clean. I am only concerned with this outer edge right now, so I'm just carefully cutting around the whole printable. We can go back later and separate the tabs. I just want to be very neat. If that is even possible with this giant camera in front of me. But you know, making a video, so the camera is a necessity. That is not neat. We're gonna have to sit at the table and fix all of this once I stop recording. Much better. Now that it's all cut out, let's glue it onto paperboard. But we want this side to be on the inside of our box. So we have to flip the paperboard over to the other side, then place the printable on top. Carefully smooth it out so there are no bubbles and we get full contact. But you don't want to spread the glue everywhere, so be really careful not to get the glue on the paper. Like on the side of the paper you don't want the glue on. Allow it to dry. While waiting, I cut out a few more and glue them to recycled paperboard. Let's cut out the small boxes too and glue them down. Now our first set of boxes are completely dry. Once again, we carefully cut them out. Take a ruler, place it on the lines. I'm using a plastic knife to score along the line. Hopefully this will make my lines a little neater when I go to fold them. After scoring the lines on the front, flip it over and score them on the back. Cut to separate the tabs. Cut on both sides of the white line. Then take that little piece of paperboard, pull it to the back, and trim from the other side. Fold over the tabs. The scoring should give you a nice clean edge and make this whole process a lot easier. Fold down the top and the bottom. Try not to go past a 90-degree angle because sometimes that can tear the paper since it's on the outside of the paperboard and it's being forced to stretch by us bending it. And paper doesn't like stretching, it just tears. Make sure the lines between the sides of the box are scored as well. Fold them over. There should be a small tab on the side. We are going to glue that to the other end using a glue stick. Hold it in place until it dries. After about a minute, it should be good to go. If you look at the tabs, there are longer ones and slightly shorter ones on the top and bottom. Starting at the bottom, push over the shorter tabs, then the longer ones. Let's use a little glue on those inside tabs, then take the outer tabs and hold them in place while it dries. This might take another minute or two. On the printable, we have tape Well, it's not real tape because we have to glue it onto the box. Cut it out, cut it in half, apply glue to the back, then place it over the seam of the box. Trim off the excess and glue the end down. Now the bottom of our box is secure. For the top of the box, I want to be able to open it later. So I'm not going to glue down those tabs. Instead, I just fold them over, take the other half of the tape, flip it over, apply glue, then place it on top of the seam and hold it until it dries. I need a little bit to go over the edge, and then I trim off the excess. I don't want it to interrupt the little smile there. And now, our Amafrog box is closed. The last thing we need is a shipping label. There are 3 on the printable, just in case we make a mistake. Cut one out, flip it over, add glue to the back, then place the label on top, completing our miniature Amazon-inspired box. These are pretty easy to make. In fact, you can spend the day making several. While making those, I found another way to do the scoring that works a little better. Cut everything out, including the tabs, flip it over, line up a ruler going across where you think the line is on the other side. Open a pair of scissors and run it across the edge of the ruler. Continue scoring all the other lines. This one is a little tricky because you don't know exactly where the lines are. I just use the tabs as a guide, and this does come out a little neater. Fold in on the scored lines and make the box just as before. Yeah, I like this way a lot more. I might have gone a little Amazon crazy, but this is such a fun detail to add to our dioramas. And they make great gift boxes for small items like earrings. To open the box, just cut down the center line and on the sides to see what's inside. Got some bubble wrap in there and a little pair of earrings. Thank you for joining us while we made miniature Amazon-inspired boxes. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff and the Frog Vlog. And you're done. Happy crafting!
Shaken but not stirred, just a lesson that I've learned, and so it goes. Tables turn in your own.